makes movements really work are the storytellers and the humorists who can spin things in a way that nobody else can. Humor breaks barriers. Humor does a lot of things that just regular information sometimes doesn't crack the code. But with a humorist, you trust them. You trust their authenticity. You trust they're going to take on a power structure in a way that's real and like nobody else. And this next guy is so hilarious. You've seen him on Jimmy Kimmel Live. His Comedy Central special, Critical Thinking, is on iTunes and Hulu. Please welcome to the stage, Mr. Ian Harris.
Oh my God, how's it going? I just said, oh my God. How many people have said that today? That's crazy. How are you guys doing? It's insane, the Reason Rally. Are you kidding me? Before I came out here, I found out that I was doing a set here, and and my friend said, oh my God, you're doing the Reason Rally? An atheist comedian talking in front of all these atheists? It's like, dude, you're gonna be a god in the atheist community. And I'm like, dude, I already am a god in the atheist community. None of them know I exist, and those that do don't care about what I have to say. So, first time in the nation's capital, and it's weird right now because the political scene going on. Donald Trump is the front runner. That's crazy for the Republicans, of course, not for the rational side, but for the, isn't that crazy? Donald Trump has been endorsed now by North Korea, Putin, and 2 KKK Grand Wizards. And he didn't even denounce it. He accepted those. He accepted those endorsements. But here's the thing. I don't think he knows what a Grand Wizard is. Because he's Donald Trump. He's not too bright, right? I think he was like, we got a wizard? Are you kidding me? We got a wizard in our corner? That's amazing. That's going to help us get the nerd vote. I swear to you. That's going to be... Which one is it? Is it Gandalf? Is it Gandalf? I don't care. As long as it's the white one, I'm okay with it. By the way, I'm curious to see what a Trump presidency looks like. Not that I want it. I fear it. But I wonder what his first act of business as president is going to be. Anybody else think it's going to be to comb Florida up over the top of Maine? Anyone else think that? Spread some of that Florida crazy to the rest of the East Coast? I don't know. The Republicans always deny science, right? They deny evolution. They deny climate change. How come nobody ever denies any other form of academia? Has anybody here ever met a math denier? Have you ever been in a conversation with one of your friends and have them go, mathematics? Are you kidding me? You believe mathematics? Look, man, I ain't taking no mathematics. I haven't even taken no trigonometry class or whatever the hell you call it, but I can look right here and tell you X ain't no goddamn number, okay? So, in fact, I ain't even a literary major, and I can tell you X is the 37th letter of the alphabet. So, it says right here, X times sin. The only person I know that can multiply your sin is the devil, okay? So, you probably think your mathematics is absolute, don't you? You think your 1 + 1 is 2 and it's always going to be 2? Well, God's world, pal, God is all powerful. God can make 1 + 1 whatever he wants. He's not confined by your mathematical man-made laws. If God wants 1 + 1 to be chicken pot pie, guess what? 1 + 1 is chicken pot 3.1415926535. Approximately. That's a really stupid joke, by the way. I do like taking pi to 10 decimals, though, for a comedy routine. I always get into a science arguments with my friend. My one friend comes to me and he goes, hey, man, so I know you believe in evolution. He goes, you know evolution's just a theory, right? Doesn't that drive you? Just a theory. A theory is one of the highest levels of knowledge we can achieve in science. Let's look at some other things that are just theories. Gravity's just a theory. Plate tectonics is just a theory. Germ theory is just a theory. So if you ever say the phrase just a theory, I'd say you either don't know the meaning of the word theory or you don't know the meaning of the word just. You probably say other stupid stuff. You probably say, oh, don't worry about that thing swimming around down there. That can't hurt you. That's just a great white shark. That guy, no power, just the President of the United States. A condom? It's just herpes. It's just a joke, people, please. It's just a joke. But I got in an argument with my friend. He goes, well, can you prove your point, your evolution, 100%? No other possibilities of any other possibilities. And I'm like, I don't know what that means, so I'll say no. And he goes, well, I got you. Then you don't know. You don't know, do you? I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll concede. I don't know. He goes, well, when it comes to Jesus, I know. And I'm like, no, you believe, and I'm cool with that. And he goes, no, I know. And I go, no, you believe. He goes, I know, you believe. I know, you believe. And we got into one of those, I know, you believe, I know, you. Finally, I was like, look, this word know, I do not think it means what you think it means, okay? How can I explain this so that you'll understand it? Look, I can't say that I know you're an idiot. That is just a theory. And that's just my favorite joke of my act. I got the spiritual friend who he's always trying to find something that I can't deny, that I can't debunk. Right? And he comes up to me and goes, dude, I got it, man. Here's something you can't even deny, bro. Everything happens for a reason. You can't deny that. And I'm like, really? Have you seen me? I think I can. So, I'm like, I don't believe everything happens for a reason. I understand, like cause and effect. I understand basic things. Like, if I don't put my foot on my brake, I might slam into the car in front of me. But he doesn't mean that. He means some grandiose cosmic cause and effect. Someone's looking out for me. Everything happens for a reason, right? So he always has these crazy stories. You probably know someone like this, right? He always has these stories like, dude, craziest thing happened to me, man. I lost my job, but it's okay because everything happens for a reason. Check it out. I woke up late the other day. I don't know why. In 10 years, my alarm clock has gone off every single day at the right time, and this one day it didn't go off. I don't know what happened. I wake up. I can't find my shoes. I'm scrambling all over my house to find my shoes. I finally find my shoes in my bathtub. I'm like, whoa, how did they get in the bathtub, dude? When I came home from the bar the other night, they were on my feet. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And he goes, and then I finally get out to my car, and I realize that I don't have my keys. So now I got to break into my own house to find my keys. I finally get my keys, get into my car, get on the freeway, 50-car pileup, 20 people dead. And that's when it occurred to me. If I had had my keys, I'd have been on time, and I'd have been in the middle of that, and I'd be dead. Someone was looking out for me. Everything happens for a reason. Like, yeah, because if I'm God and I don't want you to die in a horrific car accident because the world needs a solid Denny's waiter or whatever the heck it is you do these days, that's what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to hide your keys and delay you for 2.5 minutes because as an all-loving, omnipotent being, that makes far more sense and is far more ethical than say, I don't know, how about I just don't cause a 50-car pileup and murder 20 people on the freeway? Why would I do that? And here's the thing. How come nobody ever thinks about those 20 people? Nobody ever thinks about those 20 people. It's like maybe 20 people died on the freeway because you left your keys at home, you dick. You ever think about that? So I'm an atheist, of course. That means I've read the Bible, of course. I assume everybody here is an atheist. I assume you've all probably read the Bible. If there are any Christians here, might I recommend it? It's a great work of fiction. I tried to explain, I used to do this, I did this joke about original sin. I was trying to come up with a joke about original sin. And this is how I know how weird the Bible is to people who don't read it. I'm driving in my car, trying to come up with a joke about original sin. I got my 6-year-old daughter in the back seat, okay? Talking to my friend about, I hang up the phone, and my daughter goes, Daddy, what's original sin? And I thought, wow, this is amazing. She has no idea what I'm talking about because she's never been subjected to the Bible. So I say to her, I go, look, honey, I'd love to explain it to you, but you don't know the characters in the Bible, so it's not going to make any sense. Would it be okay if I gave you an analogy? And she goes, yeah, sure. So I said, okay, imagine Dad is God, which is easy to do, actually. I go, imagine Dad's God. You know how Dad always tells you not to put your fingers in your food? And she goes, yeah. I go, well, imagine I say, next time you put your fingers in your food, I'm going to punish everybody for all eternity by punching them in the face. And then a couple weeks go by, and you put your fingers in your food, and I go, what are you doing? I told you not to do that. Now I have to go around punching everybody in the face, and that's what I do. I walk around the earth just punching people in the face, and I'm punching people in the face, and people are like, why are you punching me in the face? I'm like, I'm punching you in the face because she put her fingers in her food. It's called justice, and I'm punching people in the face. And after a few million years, or a couple thousand, depending on whose book you read, I say to myself, I might be being a tad bit irrational. So I'm going to have another child, this time a son, and I'm going to punch him in the face. Right? And that's what I do. I just walk around the earth punching this kid in the face, and people are appalled, as they should be. They're like, oh my God, why are you punching that baby in the face? I'm like, I'm punching this kid in the face so that I don't have to punch you in the face because she put her fingers in her food. And my daughter starts cracking up, right? She starts laughing her ass off. She goes, Daddy, stop it, stop it. I get it, you're a comedian. Can you just tell me the real story? Can you just tell me what happened, please? I said, fine. God creates these two people, Adam and Eve, puts them in this garden. He says, do not eat this fruit. There's this forbidden tree of knowledge. We can't have you thinking or learning, so do not eat the fruit from the tree of knowledge. And then a little while goes by, and a talking snake comes along. And he says, yeah, don't worry about that guy. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Go ahead and eat the fruit. They eat the fruit. God goes, whoa, I told you not to eat the fruit. Now I'm going to have to punish everybody for all eternity by sending them to burn in eternal hellfire, right? And that's what he does. You're born, sorry, you go to hell. Why? She ate some fruit. I'm sorry. You're born, you go to hell. You're born. I'm sorry. It's called justice. That's how it works. You're born, you go to hell. Sorry, she ate the fruit. You're born, you go to hell. Yeah, and then after a few thousand years, or, a couple million, depending on whose book you read, God says to himself, I might be being a tad bit irrational. I'm going to have another child, this time a son, and murder him so that you don't have to go to hell because this chick ate some fruit. At that point, my daughter gets really angry with me. She goes, Daddy, stop it. Quit being silly. That doesn't make any sense. Now, would you just tell me the real story? And I looked at her and I go, you know what, baby girl, that is the appropriate response. I'm going to say this last thing and I'm going to get out of here. People say that that I can be mean to people and that, that I don't mean to be. It's all in good joy. It's all in good fun. I don't try to be mean to any particular people, my comedy. In fact, I will go so far as to say this. I believe that the world would be a better place if more Christians, especially more fundamental Christians, would be more Christ-like. Can we at least agree on that? The world would be a better place. But if more Christians were more Christ-like. Yes. And by that, I mean imaginary. All right, good night, folks. Thanks.
Keep it going for Ian. It's always fun when people come forward and decide to say, screw it. I believe in what I don't believe in, and I'm okay with that.